All right, as things march closer to the starting of this game, the Bible Baptist Patriots from Latrobe taking on the Slippery Rock Panthers here in the Panther Den. Last time these two teams matched up, we had I believe it was in the championship of the York tournament. I think it was last season. It was a high-intense match. It's a lot of skill out there on the court. We're going to start with the junior varsity matchup, and then following that, we will go into the varsity matchup. We're in for a treat both ways around. These two teams only playing each other, I believe, three times prior. I might be thinking of the basketball game we played them in. But nonetheless, their last matchup, the Panthers did take the victory and home the trophy. And yeah. I'm not sure what else to tag on to the end of this as both teams still warming up. I'm using a tripod because my arms are a little too sore to hold the camera today. I only have the one camera angle because any equipment that I do not have here is over at the football fields. We are recording the football game best we can. Gabriel Eisler is on the side over there, and I'm here alone because all of my helpers are on the football team. So it'll be a little fun challenge for the both of us. So I think we're going to open up with prayer, and then we're going to jump into it. Perhaps. Maybe not. Music's still riding pretty high. Push button. Turn off. There we go. A lot of our regular workers are over at the football fields as well. So,
Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone to tonight's junior varsity volleyball game. And welcome Bible Baptist. I'm glad they had a safe trip. And we're going to open up in a word of prayer. Also pray for our guys as well. They're playing football right now. So let's pray for their safety as well. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for the opportunity, Lord, for us to come together, Lord, and to have some good time playing volleyball and football, Lord. That you keep the contestants safe, Lord. Thank you for the safety you gave Bible Baptist on the way here and all the visitors here, Lord. Thank you for that. Lord, pray that you just bless our time together, Lord. Help everything to be done to your honor and glory tonight, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
I think that's it. We save everything else for the varsity matchup. I'm 90% sure. It looks like it'll be so. So it's going to take me a little time to get used to using the camera with my left hand and managing the monstrosity that is my streaming setup on my right hand. This is normally made for 2 to 3 people, and here I am. So we're going to see what happens. Hopefully I don't breathe into the mic too much because that makes for a bad time. But the junior varsity matchup will be a best-of-3 series. First team to claim 2 wins takes home all the pride and joy. That is the victory. Taylor Hennick's going to be the first one sending the service up and over. Perhaps. Only time will tell. Service able to make this one up and over. India able to get that one far side back over to India. Slaps this one up and across. Taylor getting a hand on that one, throwing that one near side and slapped over by Lott. India Swindler with the first point of the match. I'm not going to last long with this tripod. I already hate it with a burning passion. But Haley Vo going to be here to serve this one up, number 23 in the Patriots jersey. Snaps this one up and across with like a glow stick. Vicky there getting the first hand on that one. Gracie not quite able to grab a hold of that one, and that will be a Bible Baptist point, making it 2-0. Vo with another service. Sending this one up and over. Returned by Lott. Able to get a hand on that one. Swindler throwing that one into the middle for Lear to set back over to Swindler. And it looks like the Panthers not quite able to grab a hold of that ball on defense, and that will result in the 3rd point gained here in game number 1. Haley Vo there sending that one up and over. Let go by Lott, and that will land uncontested. Why is the bit rate so bad? The connection is just absolutely just having a heart attack as we speak. I'm going to try to manage this as I manage the game. Panthers defense not quite able to get that first touch in order, and that will land out of bounds off the ricochet from Vicky. Haleyville with yet again another service, being 5-0 up on the scoreboard. Sent up and over by Vogue, controlled by Vicky, thrown to the front line, but no one there for that second touch. And I really hate this. I really hate this tripod with a passion. I'm gonna. Do I take it off the tripod? We got a minute. I'm gonna see what I can do. The thing is, I have this thing rigged down with a lot of weight, so I have to untie many knots in order to get it free. Panthers not having the best start in the world. It looks like it's just service returns that are being the main issue. That's normally the case whenever it comes to 90% of junior varsity games, and it is so here. All right, give me the camera. I'm my own cameraman. It'll be more shaky, but I'll keep things in frame, and that's what matters most, in my opinion. Here we go. Haley able to get this one up and over, controlled by Elizabeth. Gracie not able to get there in time, and that will be a Bible Baptist point. All right, why are these scores are very tight. I'm not going to lie. This is the, let's figure this out stream. That's what this is. 7-0 Bible Baptist in the lead. Here's Vo with another service. Able to send this one up, and over it goes. Vicky with the receiving touch. Gracie there with that secondary. Throws that one far side. Elizabeth able to get a hit on that one, throwing that one up and over. Getting that one to the front line. Looked to be Ashlyn Lear, and then getting that one forward, but not into a spikeable position for number 22, India Swindler. Panthers getting their first point of the match, making it a 7-1 game. Elizabeth Heightenreiter there sending this one up and over from the back line. Ashlyn able to find Lear, able to get that one over to India, and she'll throw that one up over. Watt just not quite ready for that one. So now we have an 8-1 lead in the favor of the Latrobe Patriots. Bible Baptist Patriots. It's the team on the left. Service by Swender, able to get this one up and over. Returned by Taylor, and that will land in bounds. Panthers now gaining their second tally here in game one. Gracie Heisenreiter, number 11 for the Panthers, going to serve this one up. Snaps this one up, and over it goes. Diving play by Ashlyn from the front line, Ashlyn from the back line, able to find its way into the hands of India, but not able to get that third touch up and over. Who was that first touch by? I'm trying to find their number. I can't quite see their number. I believe it was number 24, Ella Lear. Nonetheless, Gracie Heisenreiter here with another service, number 11 in the royal blue. Up, but not quite long enough to get that one past the netting, and the Bible Baptist Patriots will pick up point number 9. Ella Lear here, number 24 in the Patriots jersey, going to serve this one up and over. Line drive over the middle. Morgan with the first lot with the secondary, and the finalization by Vicky, trying to keep that in between the candy canes, and she does so. It looks like Ashlyn getting in the way of number 15, Lauren, and that will cause enough of a tussle that it will be incompleted. So the Panthers now at 4. Patriots at 9. Underhanded service by Lottie, able to get this one up and over from the back line. Haley able to find its way into the middle. Slapped up and across by Ashlyn with the underhanded bump. Morgan with the first, Gracie with the secondary to the front line. Vicky there with the over the shoulder, able to get that one to the back line. Leary able to find its way forward into the middle. Ashlyn throws that one far side. Montana there with the snap up and over. Out of bounds is the call by Cassandra Eisler on the far side. So the Panthers now at 5. Patriots at 9. 2 line judges, Cassandra on the far side, which is the Patriots, and on the near side is Ellie Henricks. Underhanded service by Lottie, able to get this one up and over. Lear throws that one front side, but no one there to grab a hold of that one by their teeth. And the Panthers now bringing this one back with a point differential of 3. Panthers at 6, Patriots at 9. Lot there with the underhander, throws that one up and over from the back line. Lear able to get that one forward. Bumped up and over by Trout, slapped across by Vicky. Trout with the first touch, Lear with the secondary, and the Trout with the finalization. Gracie with the receiving touch, secondary by Vicky, throws that one near side. Taylor Henricks able to slap this one up and over. Diving play, second touch, and the finalization by Lear clears the netting. Vicky there, Ashlyn throws this one back over to the Panther side. Morgan, Vicky, far side. Vicky slaps this one up and across semi-diving play by Montana, gets that one across the crease and shot up and over. Vicky throws that one far side. Morgan there with the tip up and across shallow. Montana able to find its way into the hands of Lauren. That'll be completed. Gracie Morgan against the netting and not in a decent position for Vicky to grab a hold of it. And so we have a 10-6 game in the favor of the Patriots. Lauren Campbell there with that service. Gracie with the first, Taylor with the secondary to the back line. Gracie able to finish that one over with a bump. Montaigne able to find Ashland, throws that one far side, slapped up and across by number 23, Haley Vell, and that will land out of bounds. Panthers now at 7, and the Patriots remain at 10. Morgan there throwing that one up and over from the back line. Lauren able to find his way into the hands of Lear. Then the finalization by number 23, Haley Vell. Taylor there throwing that one up and over. Patriots not thinking it was going to cross the netting. Let that one drop. And it's an 8-10 game now. Morgan there with the overhander. Slaps not quite able to hard enough. Not able to hard enough. I was going to say not slapping quite as hard as she'd like to be. And that will fall short. So we have a service by number 17, the captain, Montana Trout. Served up and over, controlled by Lott, thrown far side. Taylor there with the recovery, able to find his way to Vicky in the over-the-shoulder, getting that one up and across. Lear able to find his way forward. Ashland there throwing that one to the back line of all places. And Haley there to finish it. Goes off Morgan, out of bounds into the Panthers bench. And that will be a Patriot point, making it a 12-8 game with a 4-point differential now. Trout service up and over. Diving play by Heitzenreiter, caught by Lott, and that will be a point for the Bible Baptist Patriots. Montana service line drive controlled by Elizabeth, able to find his way into the hands of Vicky. Thrown near side for Elizabeth to finish off, and she will do so. Ashland throwing that one back into the hands of, I believe that was Haley. A little bit too hot and heavy. I gotta figure out a way to get the charger up to me because this battery is the only one I have today. Vicky there throwing this one up and over. Lear able to throw that one forward. Haley over to India, and that will land out of bounds, but by a handsome amount. Panthers now at 10, Patriots at 13, and we have a service by Vicky, number 8 in the Panthers jersey. The underhander making this one up and over from the back line. Looks like Trout throwing that one forward. Haley then to Ashland. Morgan with a nice secondary touch finds his way into the hands of Gracie, and that will be completed over the netting. Ashland here with a set, getting that one far side and thrown up and across by India. Controlled by the Panthers. Gracie throwing this one up across the netting and will fall without a secondary touch. And so the Panthers will pick up point number 11 here in the first game of this best-of-3 series. Vicky there with the underhander, getting that one up and over, getting a hand on that one. Lauren able to find its way forward. Ashland there with the completion. Gracie there with the instant attack, trying to catch the defense sleeping, and she almost finds them under the tree with an apple at hand. Lear the lone touch on that one, not able to get it sturdy enough to a teammate. Vicky there with the service, getting that one up and over. Trout getting that one to the front line in the over-the-shoulder by number 22, India. Will complete it to the Panther side. Morgan with a nice attack. Lear from the back line getting a hand on that one. India with that secondary throwing that one into the middle. Ashland there to throw it up and across. Morgan with the receiving touch finds Gracie. Throws that near side. Elizabeth with a nice tap up and over. Ashland with a nice recovery on that third touch. Gracie there to return the favor. Haley to Ashland. Throws that one far side. India in a stick situation. Not able to recover from it. And the Panthers will pick up point number 13. Tying this one up quite nicely. Vicky there sending this one up and over. Touched by Ashland, hits the ceiling. Vo back to Ashland will complete the play. Elizabeth finding Gracie, sets this one back over to Elizabeth, slaps this one up and across with the windmill attack. Kept alive by Trout, throwing this one forward, and goes off of India across the netting, but is indeed out of bounds. Timeout by the Bible Baptist Patriots. We will, I forgot to change this. Let's just do this now. Because what other time are we going to do it? There we go. That was actually really easy. All right, I gotta figure out my own setup before I can teach somebody else it. So this is all just preparation for the tournament at the end of the month. I'm not sure which teams are involved in that quite yet. I don't think we have a full roster lineup whenever it comes to that. So I will not give out any names or more details than I already have. We have a 14-13 game. Panthers taking the lead on that last play. And so Patriots just looking to come back at this one. looking to come back at it hot and heavy. Perhaps with a little bit of fire. Vicky here with the service. The underhander making this one up and over from the back line. Lear able to find its way into the hands of Haley. Throws this one backside Mont. And I believe that was Lauren throwing this one up and over just out of bounds by merely an inch. Panthers taking the 2-point lead in their pocket, and we'll see what they do with it now. Vicky there with that service, throwing out into the back line. Lear with the receiving touch. Able to find Haley. Throws that one far side. India able to finish that one off. Morgan there receiving that one. Finding Gracie on the set. Throws that one far side. Taylor with a slap up and across, controlled by Lear. Able to find India. Throws this one backside, but kept alive by Ashlyn with the over the shoulder. We'll get that to the Panthers' paint. Gracie up. Morgan able to slap this one over with the left-hander, but Lear not faltering in her step. Looks like Ashlyn there with that finalization. Morgan able to find its way into the hands of Gracie. Throws this one across to Elizabeth. Will bump this one up and over. Better safe than sorry. Ashlyn there throwing this one near side. Slap comes up and over by Haley, but controlled by Vicky. Thrown up against the netting. Clears the netting and will score. Panthers now at 16. Patriots at 13. It's only a 3-point differential. Anyone can... let me lower the monitor. It clipped into frame there for a little bit. Ashlyn there throwing this one up and over, controlled by Morgan. Throws this one front side. Gracie there with the receiving touch, throws that one far side. And Taylor there to finish that one off. Diving play by Lear, hits the netting and the ground after contact with India is made. 17-13. We have a substitution. Number 20 is coming onto the court. Michaela Vo in spot of number 15, Lauren Campbell. Vicky here with the underhander. Gets that one to the back line. Vo able to throw that one far side. India able to find its way into the hands of Haley. That will complete that play. Elizabeth finds Gracie. Throws this one near side for Elizabeth once again. Slaps this one up and across. Kept alive by Vo. Diving play up into the attic, basically, of the gymnasium and back out. Being deemed out of bounds. Panthers now at 18. Patriots at 13. The lead grows like a well-watered tree. Service by Vicky, able to get this one up and over. Goes off Ashlyn into the hands of Trout. Throws this one across the crease, and India there to finish that one off. Morgan front side, able to find Gracie to dump it, and will find nothing but free real estate out there on the Patriots side of the court. 19-13, Panthers in the lead here in game one. Not sure how loud I'm being. Vicky there's throwing this one up and over. Lear able to get a hand on that one. Secondary. Oh, well, I'm at a loss of words, not going to lie. Very nice attack by India, able to get that one across the defense of the Panthers, and the Panthers will throw this one out of bounds, essentially. Yeah. It looks like we're going to go fishing. Oh, looks like we got it. Maybe? Perhaps. Ellie Hendricks here coming up big. Biggest catch of the day. Ashlyn here with the service, number 26 in the Patriot jersey. The underhander able to send this one up and over. Elizabeth getting a hand on that one. No one there for that secondary touch, and almost called them the Warriors. The Patriots making the Panthers run for their money. We got a 4 points differential now. Not sure what the girls are doing on top of the kitchen. Service up and over by Ashlyn, controlled by Morgan. Throws that one far side. Taylor with that secondary, and the finalization by Heizenreger, throwing this one up and over. Try from the back line, able to find a set and slapped across by India. Goes off the forehead of Taylor. Third touch by Elizabeth, and the middle man being Morgan. Haley throwing this one into the middle. Lear with a slap up and across from the wrist. Taylor returning the favor. Lear getting the first touch. Haley getting that one far side. India there with a slap down. Diving for that one. Madison not quite there in time, and the Patriots will pick up point number 16. Klosky there with that service. Not quite far enough, and the Panthers will hit the 20th tally of the game, making the differential back to 4. Taylor Hendricks up to serve it now, sporting number 7 on the back of her jersey. Knuckled up and over. Kept alive by Trout, finding India. Throws that one far side. Haley Vo there with that attack. It looks like Elizabeth not quite down in time for that one, and the Patriots now up 17-20. Substitution will be called. It looks like Michaela Vo will take a seat on the bench. Coming back out is Lauren Campbell. Haley, though, number 23, is going to serve this one up. Slapped up and across, kept alive by Vicky, but not. It's a very short-lived journey on that play. Panthers 20, Patriots 18. The differential is 2. Service up and over by Haley. Diving play by Morgan. Not returned. And the Panthers at a 1-point lead now. Looking a little sweaty. Service up and across. Vicky there with a receiving touch. Gracie able to throw this one near side and slapped over by Lott. Ashlyn finding Lear, getting that one up, but not over. Number 15, Lauren, not quite able to stretch like, I almost said Neil Armstrong. That's not the superhero. Panthers up 21-19. Service by Elizabeth, finding Ashlyn on the other side. Lear throwing that one near side, and India there to finish off that play. Received by Elizabeth, finding Gracie, throwing back line for Lott. The over-the-shoulder bump, just clearing the net, and will continue on. Lear with the first, India with the second, Lear with the third. Diving play by Lott, not able to come up with that one, and the Patriots pick up point number 20 here in Game 1. India there throwing that one up and over. Taylor finding its way to Gracie. Throws that one up and over. I'm not sure if that was intended, but a very nice fake set for the dump off. Credit is due for that play. Gracie there with a nice service, throwing this one up and over. Controlled by Haley, throwing it over to Ashlyn in the front line. Lauren there throwing that one up and over. Gracie able to find its way to Vicky, throwing this one near side where Morgan will receive that one and top that one up and over. Lear able to find its way to Trout, throws that one over, but kept alive by Hendricks, returning the favor. Lear throwing that one far side, Trout with another attack, kept alive by Elizabeth, throwing that one to Vicky, not able to dump that one over the netting. Not quite enough height on that one, and we have a 1-point differential yet again. Ella Lear throwing this one up and over. Gracie getting a hand on that one. Secondary by Vicky. Pops this one over top. Trout able to find his way to Ashlyn. Throws that one back over to Trout. Slaps this one up and across and will score. Tying this game up like a hog in a rodeo, 22 apiece. Timeout by the Slippery Rock Panthers. We'll think about what's happening. There's a lot of Z's. We'll figure that out in a second. But Panthers having a very handsome lead going into the late teens, and it's just slipped away. We're neck and neck once again in this race here for the first game. Both teams only 3 services away from closing it out. It'll be a battle. That is given. It will be a battle. I don't know what else to tag on. I could give my input, but I'm not a coach. I'm just the man behind the mic. And that's the end of my expertise, essentially. But we're popping right back into this one with both teams ready to rock and roll once again. Ella Lear here with the service. Sends this one soaring up and over. Get to the back line. Gracie there getting that one packed back over to the Patriot side. Here's Trout with the spike, able to send this one up. Across the netting, she'll hit it, but she'll clear it. And that's what matters most when it comes to volleyball. Patriots now in the lead for the first time in about 20 services. Ella not liking the flavor of the week off that one. Give it a second. Snapped up and across like a glow stick, kept alive by Elizabeth. Vicky getting that one into the netting, and we have a match point for the Patriots here in Game 1. Panthers not quite able to return either of these past 2 services quite effectively as they would like to. Maybe the cause. Service up and over shallow. Morgan with the first touch. Vicky there with that secondary. Throws that one backside. Morgan there with the left-handed attack. Lands out of bounds, and Game 1 goes to the Bible Baptist Patriots. So, we'll take a 3-minute intermission. Let the team settle down a little bit, cool off. You know, water's a good thing. Yeah, we'll be back. I don't know specifically what the intermission screen is going to look like, but I'll be back in 3 minutes. And, yeah. I don't know what else to say. The thing is, I have this set up, so I don't... Can I just, like, put a chair here? Like, set it on the chair? I was planning on having the tripod. This is all set up for the varsity game. That's all the junior varsity game ever is for me. Like, can I just, like, put a chair here and, like, put the camera down? No? My headset. No? Maybe I can. Kind of like that. Move the wire a little bit. Is that clean? Perhaps? It's not horrible. It's not good either, I'm not gonna lie. Is that good? I don't know. I just need to write stuff real quick while we wait. So I need both hands free. Man, the stuff at the concession stand smells really good right now. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really eaten anything today, so any smell of any fragrance of food, you know, just it wets my whistle. That's yeah. It's tough to say what kind of predictions you could even have for Game 2 whenever Game 1 rolls around like that, because the Panthers have a very different lineup contrary to the first game, and because of that, you can't really, you know, guesstimate how Game 2 might go off of how the first game went. And because of that, yeah, I don't know. Both teams ready to rock and roll a little early, so it looks like we're going to throw me under the bus and start early, perhaps. All the wires are tangled. This is probably the worst recording setup I've ever experienced. I was hoping at least one person was going to be here to help me out, but I guess no. I don't have anything ready as we start a minute early. Bear with me. Slap over by Lear scores. First point going to the Patriots. I'm not sure if that was on camera or not. I'm just trying to get a little slack from the wiring, which I have none. Haley with the service, controlled by Dunlap, throwing that back to Gracie, dumped off, thrown back over by Lauren. And Catherine there returning it a favor. India throwing that one up and over. Bailey able to find its way forward, tipped back by Gracie, and Izzy there to finish that one off. Oh, jeez. Catherine getting a hand on that one, but not able to get that one to a teammate. I think she cut off number 5, Brooke Bailey, and apologies were issued. I don't know if they were received. The grudge match begins now, ladies and gentlemen. Haley Vo there sending this one up and over. Dunlap trying for that one, not quite able to grab a hold of it. But the effort is what matters most. All right, I need to figure something out. Every wire, I can't stand up straight. This is very painful. I need to fix this. Game 1 went well. Game 2, another story. Haley there sending this one up and over. Catherine going down for that one. Brooke also going for it. Both of them didn't want to clonk heads, so we'll simmer it down with a cup of coffee. And yeah. Haley Vo there sending this one up and over. Getting a hand on that one. Brooke able to find Gracie. Throws this one near side. Catherine there popping this one up and over like a balloon from the back line. It looks like Haley able to find Lear. Slaps it up, but not over. India falling short of the netting. And I clear the score, I guess. Jeez. You didn't see that. Never mind. That didn't happen. Service up and over by Izzy from the back line. Looks like tried able to find its way into the hands of Lear. India there with that finalization. Brooke with the first, Gracie with the secondary. Throws this one back line. Madison Bailey slapped, but not completed. All right, I'm unplugging the charger. I need to be able to move my right arm. I can almost stand up now. This wiring is just probably the worst thing. It's worse than Hitler. I'm just going to say it. Service up and across. Brooke getting a hand on that one, throwing that one over to Gracie. Popped over the shoulder. Kept alive from the back line. India able to find its way to Lear. Throws this one far side. Trot there. Was slapped, not across. And the Panthers now at 2. 3 points is the differential. Panthers trailing. Catherine here, number 13, with the service. The underhander up and over. Shallow kept alive by Lears. And the finalization by Trout. Hits the ceiling on that one. Dunlop getting a hand on that one, but not square enough to get it to a teammate. All right, I think I'm good to go for the rest of this game, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. Ella Lear here sending this one up and over. Diving play by Izzy, not able to get that one up into the air. I think it hit the front side of her knuckle. And so, Patriots now at 7. Gotta be said. Service by Ella, getting this one up and over, controlled by Izzy, but not able to get that one to Gracie. Ella, they're sending this one up and over, controlled by Brooke, getting a hand on that one. Gracie not able to judge that one off the ceiling. Will result in a Bible Baptist point. 9-2 the current score. Ella Leary here with yet again another service. Their line drive hits the top portion of the netting, not passing go, not collecting $200, and the Panthers now at a whopping sum of 3. Gracie Heitzenreiter here, number 11, going to serve this one up for the Panthers. Snapped up and across. Kept alive by India, throwing that one far side. Trout able to get that one to the back line, and Lear with the bump over across. Brooke to Madison, back over to Brooke. Slapped up and across, and she'll score. Panthers at 4. I didn't mean to subtract the number. We got a 4-9 game. Service up and over by Gracie. Shallow kept alive by Ashlyn. Return, but is indeed out of bounds. And so the Panthers will pick up point number 5 at the end of that sequence. Gracie Heitzenreiter here with the service. Snapped up and across. Kept alive by India, throwing that one far side. Tried able to bump that one over top. Brooke able to get a hand on that one. Madison with a nice one-armed attack. Able to get that one up and across. Trout with the first. Ashlyn with the secondary. Trout there with a snap, but not able to crackle and pop. See what I did there? I was like, it's a Rice Krispie treat joke. I thought it was funny. Gracie here with the overhander, able to send this one up and over. Down without a contestant. And that will be a service ace for number 11 in the royal blue, Gracie Heitzenreiter. Or Grace. I don't know. We call her Gracie here. Gracie sending that one up and over. Getting a hand on that one returned by, I believe that was Trout. Trout getting a hand on that one. Now, Ashlyn able to finish that one off? Yes. Catherine able to find that one over to Bailey. Throws that one far side. Brooke not able to get a solid footing on that one to get that one up and over. And so the first team to reach 10 will be the Patriots. Serving this one up, Lauren Campbell, number 15 in the Patriots jersey. The underhander popping this one up and over, getting a hand on that one. Izzy throws this one back line. Catherine with the recovery attempt. And it looks like Madison Bailey there to finish that one off. Trout getting a hand on that one. Secondary by, I believe that was Haley, and then the finalization by Ashlyn. Catherine finding Bailey, dumps this one off. Kept alive by Haley on the far side. Ashlyn back over to Haley, though. And she'll snap this one into the next county over, and that will land out of bounds. Panthers now at 8. Patriots at 10. Brooke Bailey, number 5 for the Panthers, going to serve this one up with a 2-point difference on the board. The underhander sending this one up and over from the back line. Looks like Lauren able to find its way to Ashlyn, and the finalization by Trout across from the sidearm, but not going to be completed across the netting, and the Panthers will pick up point number 9. Brooke with the underhander, able to send that one shallow. Haley able to find the Lear in the middle, sends this one up and across. Catherine getting that one to Bailey. Back over to Gracie on the back line, slaps this one up and across, received by Lear from the back, able to find Trout, and the finalization by Ashlyn, bumping this one over top of the netting. Izzy finds Elizabeth back over to Izzy, snaps this one up and over the top spiral on the ball, just barely enough to move the netting downward, and we'll have a timeout as we have a tie ball game. I'll get the system down soon enough. It's just very hotkey heavy, and yeah, I don't know what to yeah. Like normally I'll have, like last broadcast it was Caleb back here, but he's recording a football game. And the broadcast before that I had Simeon, and he plays on the football team. And the broadcast before that one I had Elijah up here, and he plays on the football team as well. So everyone that helps me out is on the football team. So that kind of leaves me high and dry on a day like this. Panthers only having, I don't think there was a football league this season because of the whole coronavirus and whatever else. So they only had 2 games. The first game was against Harvest. It was at their field. I didn't know about that one, or else I would have went and recorded it. I believe it was last Friday. Maybe it was last Thursday. It was whatever day the volleyball game wasn't. And so, yeah, today's their second, I think it's their final game against Allison Park. But yet again, here we are on the volleyball court. We'll keep our eyes there. Brooke here sending this one up and over. Lear able to find its way into the hands of Ashlyn. Pops this one straight up into the air. And the finalization looks to be Haleyville. Caught in the net, but does land out of bounds. So nonetheless, it is a Panther point at the end of the day. And they will take the lead there. It's kind of going hand in hand with game 1 as far as the point progression goes. Lear throws this one forward. Ashlyn throws this one near side. Trout there with a snap up and across. Diving play by Catherine finds its way to Bailey, and she'll dump that one off to let her team recuperate. Throwing near side into the back line. Trout there to recover that one. Catherine able to find its way into the hands of Bailey, and she'll throw that over the net. Returning that favor is the captain of the Patriots. Lear getting a hand on that one into the netting. Diving for that one, number 26. Ashlyn not quite able to grab a hold of that one. If she slides under the net, will be caught in the fault, and the unreturned ball as well will result in the Panther point. Underhanded service by Brooke, able to get that one up and over. Looks like Lear able to throw that one forward. Ashlyn able to find Haley, though. That'll complete the play. Dunlap to the front line. Bailey not able to control that one. It was a good tip position by Dunlap, but nonetheless, a difficult one. Sorry for the orange bar. There's not really much I can do. Service up and over by Montana. Able to get a hand on that one. It looks to be Izzy Brooke, and that'll finish the play. From the front line, Haley. From the front line, India finds Ashlyn, and the Panthers not ready for that dump off. And we have a tie ball game at 12s. Service up and over by number 17, the captain. Controlled by Brooke. Dunlap with that secondary, not quite able to grab that one to the front of the netting, or the middle of the netting, my bad. And we have a Patriot lead, 13-12. Montana tried able to send that one up and over and down without a secondary touch. That was kind of cinematic. I like that. Trout serving this one up and over. Out of bounds by a handsome amount. And the Panthers bring this lead back down to 1. Emma Dunlap will be the one serving this one up. I think she's wearing the number 2. Sent up and across, kept alive by Leary, able to find its way into the hands of Haley, and then to India. Goes off Dunlap, off Catherine, out of bounds, off the defense. And so the Patriots pick up point number 15. I really wish I could run the camera with my left hand, but because everything's on my right. That's my problem, not yours. Ashlyn here with the service. Sent up and across, Bailey getting a hand on that one, thrown back to the Patriots' paint. Indy on that far side finds the set and will find the spot on the defense, and she'll pick that gap for all it's worth. Ashlyn's service up and over, kept alive by Brooke, thrown over to Izzy. Up, but not quite across. Bailey not able to get a hand on it as it was a sticky situation. And so the Patriots now at 17. Panthers down by 5. Patriot crowd pretty fired up. Underhanded by Ashlyn, getting a hand on that one. Catherine. Brooke not quite. Brooke was ready for that one, but the touch was made by Catherine. I think I might have just been a lack of communication. I'm not entirely sure what's going on out there, but yeah, interesting turn of events. Ashland with a short service. Izzy with a receiving touch. Madison there to set that one over across the net. Lear over to India. Back over to Lear. She'll finish that play. Brooke Bailey able to find its way over to Catherine's. Snapped up and across. Lear able to throw that one far side. Slapped over by India. India with a receiving touch. Lear finding India. Slapped up and across. Dunlap almost able to get a hold of that one, but not quite. And we have a 19-13 game in our hands. A timeout by the Slippery Rock Panthers. And I thought I cleared that before we went, but I guess not. Yeah. I need to check something real quick. If I press F3, no, it doesn't work. All right, cool. Well, yeah, what do you guys think of the new audio track? I stayed up till like 6 trying to get it to work. Hopefully I don't get DMCA'd. But, yeah. As the kids say, the sauce is in the description. Of that just meaning who made the music. Highly recommend you check them out. Alrighty, looks like both teams ready to rock and roll. Ashland here going to be the one to serve this one up. Able to snap that one up and across. Kept alive by Brooke. Throws that one forward. Madison able to back set that one over to Izzy. Popped over both the bump. Kept alive by Lear. Able to find its way into the hands of Haley. Back over to Lear. Will bump this one over the shoulders. Diving play by Gracie. Able to find Madison with a beautiful bump over top the netting to keep the play alive. Lear far side India able to slap this one up and across. Goes past the eyesight of Dunlap. No difference to the spiral of the ball. Will be untouched and out of bounds. Rick Lott, the line judge on the Panthers side for game 2, contrary to the first game where it was Henricks. India far side. Lear with a slap up and across. Madison able to find his way forward. Gracie not confident. I don't know if it's a confident thing or if it's just an awkward, because it's a very tough angle to tip up and across. You see it in Rocket League, you see it in volleyball. Service up and over by Vo. Off the shoulder of Izzy. And it looks like Catherine not quite ready to snap that one down and across with the mighty hammer of Zeus. We got a 14-21 game. A substitution will be made. It looks like number 27 for the first time, Holly Criswell, going to come on to play the back middle in spot. I think that was number 26, Allison. Ashlyn. There we go. Easy there, snapping this one up and across. Goes off the hand of number 15, Lauren Campbell, and out of bounds. Panthers getting a little bit of a spark in the morale. Going to try to start the fire with that, and we'll see what they can do here shortly. Izzy here with the service. Number 19 in blue. Popped up and across. Not quite able to keep that one in bounds. We have a Patriot lead with the sums of 22-15. Speaking of 22, India Swender here going to serve this one up. Perhaps over. And it will be so. 3 players look at each other and say, I thought you had it, but the Patriots going to walk away with a point in their pocket at the end of that play. Service up and over from the back line. Dunlap not able to control that one. And the Patriots looking at match point here in game number 2. If they win this one, they win the series. Panthers in a bit of a trench right now to try to dig themselves out. We'll see if they can. Service by India up and over. Diving play by Catherine. Returns this one, but is indeed out of bounds. And that will be the end of the series. Patriots coming in, taking charge. Not going anywhere on that one. And so that will be the end of the game. 15-25 being the final score of game 2. And pretty deciding factor. 10-point differential at the end of that game. And that will bring the series to a close. Yeah, I really miss my tripod camera. I could probably run this for the tournament. This is the setup for the tournament I'm trying to get ready. If we have the tournament. Right now renovations are going on. We're going to turn the back room into like a little changing room. Right now you can kind of see over the wall and there's no like boundaries back. It's just basically storage. Like you can see like containers and plywood back there. We're going to change that all into a changing room for the tournament that's coming up at the end of October. I think it's the last Friday and Saturday of October. We're going to have that. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna send this back over to the tripod. Do I have like a little like background image that I could use while I shake the camera rapidly? No? Alright, well, I didn't think it through that much. I thought it through a little bit, but not quite to the extent I should have, perhaps. But, yeah, good first matchup this evening. Junior varsity of the Patriots taking home game number 1 here in Panther Day. So, we'll see what the varsity has in store for us. Yeah. I'll plug the camera in and hopefully the cord reaches. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, it's very lonely up here. I'm just going to leave the mic on and talk to you guys so I feel less alone. Maybe I want music's playing. I don't want to get claimed because that's just a headache. It's not like we monetize this anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But I still don't like seeing red marks on the channel. That's just my I don't look at the statistics much. I haven't looked at the sub count in probably 3 years. So if you're watching, thank you for watching. If you're not watching, why not? Do you, I'll do me. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, I think. But yeah. So we're going to let both teams get warmed up. I'm going to go get the rosters sorted out, and hopefully I'll be able to memorize it by the time the game starts. Unlike the junior varsity game. Yeah. Hopefully we both live through this to tell the tale, but who is to say what might happen? I don't know. I'm just getting things ready for whenever we do the lineups. I'm announcing. We don't have anyone else in the building that wants to, so I'll do it. Yeah. I think I had everyone's pronunciation down. If I don't, I'm sorry. It is like it be. And that's all I have to say about that. I don't know why I'm slightly nervous about this. I talked to the same amount of people, if not more, over this broadcast. The attendance here is probably in the 30s, maybe the 20s, excluding players and coaching staff, of course. Refereeing this game is Isaac Hendricks, and I think the line judges are Hannah Good and Laura Hone, perhaps. Maybe not Hannah Good. She's the assistant coach of the Panthers. I think it might be Gracie Heitzenreiter. Down at the bottom. I think we're good to go, maybe, perhaps. We on? All right, getting started for the varsity matchup. We'll start off with the national anthem. Alrighty, announcing the starting lineups for the Bible Baptist Patriots from Latrobe. Number 2, Haley Vo. Number 12, India Schwender. Number 13, Montana Trout. Number 4, Ella Lear. Number 16, Alyssa Lear. And the captain, the senior, number 18, Hannah Vaughn. And now for the home team, the Slippery Rock Panthers, number 22, Katrina Eisler. Number 1, Juliana Toth. Number 11, Monica Depew. Number 22, Cassandra Eisler. Number 3, the senior, Elisa Armour. And the captain of the Panthers, the senior, number 10, Martha Depew.
All right, that went okay. I mean, this wasn't great, but could have been worse. So the junior varsity matchup went out pretty all right. I mean, once again, could have been worse. Here, going into game number 1, I need to get the camera off the tripod. Give me a second. Don't start yet. I need the camera in my hand, or else I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm sorry, this is such an awkward thing for people to watch. Oh, I'm gonna be scolded. All right. I'm getting electrocuted. My hand is spasming. What is happening? Oh, it's still plugged in. My skin is in between the charger and the actual port of the camera. All right, back to professionalism. Sure, something like that. Panthers ready to rock and roll. So am I, and so are the Patriots in the navy blue on the left side of the screen. Isaac Hendricks, the referee of the evening, gives the signal to start. India service a little short of expectations, so the Panthers will pick up point number 1 here in game number 1 in this best-of-5 series. Juliana Toth here with the service, ending this one up and over from the back line. Alyssa able to get that one to the front line. Hannah getting a hand on that one, saving that one up. Not quite able to make that one over from the touch from Montana Trout, and the Panthers pick up second point here in game 1. Juliana serving this one up and over, a little hot and heavy, goes off the hands of India and out of bounds. Panthers now at a 3-point lead here early in game number 1. Juliana Toth once again with the service for the Slippery Rock Panthers. Snapping this one up and across like a Glissa, getting a hand on that one. Looks like Lear getting that one to the back line. Number 16, Alyssa able to find its way to the front line and finished off by, I believe that was Haley. Slap comes down by Cassandra, and she will score, claiming the 4th tally onto the scoreboard of the blue team, the Royal Blue team. Sorry, I was signaling to someone down there. I don't know if I stuck the roster in your guys' face or not. I'm sorry if I did. 4-0 now. Panthers in the lead. Looking to take this one and run to the hills with it. Just got word that the Slippery Rock Panthers are winning their football game. I'm not sure who they're playing, but I hope they're having fun. Returned by, I believe that was Ella Lear. Not quite able to grab that one over the netting, and we have a 5-0 lead in favor of the Panthers. Juliana Toth with yet again another service, able to send this one up and over. Ella getting a hand on that one, throwing that one to the front line. Hannah not quite able to grab a hold of that one. They're going to call Elisa Armour on the foul. She went underneath the netting, according to the referee. You're not allowed to hit a set that comes from the back line unless it's on your side of the court. I think that's the rule that was being enforced there. I'm not entirely sure. Haley service, making that one up and over. Monica with a nice attack, kept alive from the back line. Number 16, Alyssa able to send that one to the Panthers side. From the back line, Juliana finds the Elisa far side set. Comes down with a boomer, but returned by Montana. Martha able to find its way forward. Armour able to send that one to the back line. Martha there with a nice snap up and across. India from the back line able to find its way to Vaughn. And then to the front line, Alyssa will hit that one over the shoulder. Katrina with the receiving touch finds Elisa to the back line. Juliana with a nice attack coming out with that one. Haley getting that one up and over. Goes off the forehead of Monica. Diving play by Katrina and over the shoulder by Elisa on that secondary touch. Ellis able to find Vaughn, and that will go over top the netting. Juliana from the back line finds Armour far side. Cassandra Schultz tips this one up and across the netting. Ella Lear able to find its way to Alyssa, and then to Vaughn. It'll push that one right past the netting. Slap comes up and over by Monica, getting a hand on that one. Alyssa able to find Vaughn, and back over to Alyssa. Will pass this one through the blocker. Cassandra, Juliana with the first, Elise with the secondary. Cassandra with that finalization, kept alive by Montana, able to throw that one into the middle. Hannah back over to Montana, gets that one to the back line, but Juliana ready for that one and defends it quite nicely. Cassandra with a set over top, but not able to pass that one through the netting, and it will go down uncontested. Panthers remain at 5. Patriots gaining their second point of game 1. Hannah Vaughn here with the service. Snaps that one, line drive into the netting, and the Panthers will pick up point number 6. Cassandra Eisler here to serve this one up, number 12 in the Panthers jersey. Swiggles that one right over top. Diving play by Haley finds its way to Lear. It's snapped up and across by Alyssa Lear. Backs up from Armour, able to find its way to Martha. Kept it alive. Montana here with the finalization. Able to send that one up and across. Juliana finds its way forward. Armour able to throw that one near side. Snapped down by Monica to the back line, but kept alive by Haley. Montana able to find Ella. Topped off by Armour, but kept alive and returned by the Patriots. Armour with another attack, able to find Fruit on the vine, and we'll eat that one up and throw it in the Panthers' bag. I don't know why I can't see the word tip. I keep saying tup. That's I just got to remember how to speak English, you know. Cassandra there with that service, kept alive by Montana with that secondary finalization by Alyssa. Throws up to the back line. Katrina there ready for that one. And Monica able to finish it off. Ella gets that one near side slap, comes up and across. I think it might have been outside of the candy cane, but the referee says otherwise. Martha not able to receive that one and dig that out of the gutters. It will remain there and be a Patriot point. We have a 4-point differential, 7-3. The current score, Panthers leading. And number 13, Montana tried to serve it up. Not quite able to make that one over. And it will be the Panthers. Oh, you didn't see that. That didn't happen. Elisa with the underhander, up and over, kept alive by Haley from the back line, finding Ella. Gets that one far side. India with a attack, kept alive by Cassandra from the back line. Katrina with a diving play. Cassandra there to bump that one over top the netting. Hannah able to get that one forward. Ella there looking for the dump off, but it'll set this one up, though, for Alyssa. Throws it to the back line, kept alive by Armour, finding its way to Katrina. Eisler throws that one far side. Martha there, sending that one up and over, diving play by Hannah, kept alive by, I believe that was India, in the finalization by Ella Lear. Cassandra able to find its way to Katrina. Throws that one near side. Monica Depew here with a slap up and across, kept alive by Hannah, and then the finalization by Indy. Cassandra finding Katrina. Martha with the attack. Gets that one over. Kept alive. A nice diving play by Haley. Gets that one to Ella, and that'll be completed. Backside over to Martha. Slaps this one up and across. Kept alive by Vaughn. Ella Lear throws it over to Alyssa. Sips this one past the block of Katrina. Diving play by Juliana. Katrina with the fist finds Armour from the back line, and that'll finish that one off. Ella gets that one over, but lands on the Panthers side. Martha with the attack. Bump over the shoulder by Lear, gets that one to the Panther side. Cassandra with the receiving touch. Katrina with a secondary from the back line. Armour there with a snap up and across the netting. Haley Lear able to find India with that, and that'll complete the play. Katrina able to get that one near side. Depew here with a slap up and across. Goes off the defense and out of bounds off the defensive play. Panthers pick up the long as, well, any book I've ever read. Panthers pick up the point at the end of that play, making it a 9-3 game. We have a 6-point difference. I enjoyed that break. Elisa there sending that one up and over. Vaughn getting a hit on that one. Secondary by Montana, throwing that one front line. Alyssa looking to be the final touch on that one. She is indeed so. Elisa from the back line finds Katrina. Slapped across by Monica, getting a hand on that one. It looks like Montana, Ella, far side to India will complete it. Cassandra centering this one to Katrina. Throws that one far side. Martha there with the attack, getting that one up and over. Kept alive. Montana able to find Ella, then to Alyssa. Monica with the first touch, Katrina with the second. Finalization by Martha on the far side. Slaps this one over, and it will be down. Martha Depew making it a 10-3 game. Elisa there with the underhander. Vaughn able to get that one to the front line in an awkward position. Ella not quite able to get that one past the netting, and that will be a Panther point. Katrina making sure to stay out of the net, and the referee agrees with the effort. Elisa there with that service up and over. Inbounds, uncontested. It'll drop for a service ace for Elisa Armour. Elisa service up and over, kept alive by Montana, able to find its way into the hands of Ella, then to Alyssa. Snapped up and across by Lear, able to find its way back to the Patriots side from Armour's bump. Monica, Katrina, near side for Monica. Snaps this one up and across. Diving play by Haley, not able to grab that one in time, and the Panthers are now up 13-3. Panthers still without the Coleman, the libero, the Cammy. She's still on vacation. I think she gets back next week, in time for next week's game. Ella gets that one far side, slapped up and across by Indy. Cassandra from the back line receives that one, taught there without finalization on the second touch from the back line. Hannah gets that one front line. Ella with that secondary, and the finalization from the over the shoulder is India. Martha Katrina getting that one backside, and that'll be slapped up and across out of bounds. Monica Depew with a little bit too much mustard on that service will not be able to reap the benefits of that. 9 points is the difference. Panthers up 13-4. Alyssa Lear here with that service because I went up over out of bounds by just a hair. Monica Depew sending this one up and over. Kept alive by Montana to the front line, tipped off by India. Diving play by Elisa, able to get that one over to Martha at the end of the day, and Montana just not quite ready to handle the power. That is the right hand of Martha Depew. Monica here sending this one up and over, kept alive by Hannah, able to throw that one into the middle. India throwing that one far side, kept it alive, and finished off by Haley. Katrina there with that dump, kept alive. India able to find its way to Lear, slapped up and across by India, goes off the hand of Elisa into the backfield of the Panthers zone. Cassandra, I don't think that was Cassandra, I think that was Monica with that finalization. Ellie able to find its way to India, gets that one to the back line of the Panthers. Monica receiving that one, Katrina getting that one over near side, and Toth with the sidearm getting that play completed. India there with the finalization, kept alive by Monica. Katrina with a set, and the slap comes down by Martha Depew, and it will be a Panther point at the end of the sequence, 16-4. We have a timeout by the BBCA Patriots. So we got a minute to burn. I got a little bit of time to get a drink of water, so I'm going to set you down. You're going to get to see a nice orange fading of paint from the lift. I don't know where I put my water. There it is. It's a good match. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you are as well. It would be pretty cool if we had a sponsor, but we don't. So I'm just going to kind of chill. A timeout for them is a timeout for me. Alrighty, both teams ready to rock and roll once again. Monica Depew going to be the one to serve this one up, sporting number 11 on the Panthers jersey. Swiggles this one right up and across, out of bounds by about a foot, and that will be a Patriot point here in Game 1 of this best-of-5 series. We got a long ways to go, a long road ahead of us, but nothing but excitement seems to be awaiting us. 9 points is the difference once again. Ella Lear will be the one serving this one up, number 4. On the Patriots side with the overhand, you're able to send this one up and over. Diving play by Armour finds Martha. Sends this one to the back line. Toth with the sidearm, able to complete that play. Ellis able to find Hannah Vaughn and able to get that one near side. India there with a slapper up and across. Monica able to find Katrina near side. The Toth slaps this one up and across. Diving play. Returned by Trout. Juliana receiving that one. Katrina backsiding that one over to Martha Depew. In a stick situation, able to clear that one over the netting. And the Patriots not quite finding an answer for that attack. Elliott's secondary in the finalization by Hannah, not quite able to find the Panthers' paint, and so they pick up point number 17. Martha Depew able to send this one up and over, controlled by Ella, able to find its way to Haley and then to India. Sends a little over and out of bounds, called out by Gracie Hendricks, I saw Isaac Hendricks. I kind of missed the name up. My bad. Montana able to find its way to Vaughn. There's this one near side. India there with a bump over, better safe than sorry. Monica with the receiving, Katrina with a set, and Juliana with the feints over top the netting. Hannah Vaughn here with the slapper up and across. Monica able to find Katrina, throws that far side. Cassandra with the snap for the retaliation. It will be inbounds. Panthers now at a sum of 19. Patriots still at 5. I didn't mean to say that in a sad tone, but perhaps it came out that way. Nonetheless, we'll play on. Martha Depew able to send this one up and over. Alyssa with a nice reaction finds Ella, able to get this one to the front line where Haley will finish that one off. Elisa able to find Katrina, slapped over to Juliana. Will send this one sailing. Montana with the defense, Hannah with the set, and the finalization bumped over top the net by Haley. Katrina with a dump, Haley ready for that one. Hannah finding Haley on that far side, slaps this one up and a cross-diving play by Juliana. Finds his way to Katrina, sends that one to Cassandra's hands on the far side, and she'll send that one up and over. Hannah with a nice end up and across past Katrina's block. Katrina with the set, finding Toth. Hits the top of the netting and ricochets in just the right way. The wind came down. and absolutely made it an impossible angle, but Juliana still prevails. Juliana's tying her shoe. Oh, look at her go. Oh, she's tying the shoe. All right, she's done tying the shoe. Let's continue. That was an adventure, emotional roller coaster if I've ever been a part of one. Panthers service on return. Panthers now at 21. Patriots at 5, looking to bring this one back. We'll see if they can. Depew with an absolute saucer. Tries to dish that one out. A little bit too hot and heavy, if I have to say so myself. India there with a sender, able to find its way into the hands of Armour. Katrina sending out one back line, slapped up and across by Monica, able to find its way into the hands of Ella. Hannah Vaughn there with that dump off, and Monica returns the favor. Slapped up and across by, I believe that was Trout on the far side. Katrina setting up Toth, slaps this one up and across. Not able to get underneath that one was Alyssa Lear, and that will meet the flooring. Panthers now at 22, Patriots at 6. I'm going to need another water bottle. Service up and over by Eisler. Goes off the hands of Ella Lear and out of bounds. Patriots not looking quite as strong as I was expecting. These are the two teams that faced off last season, just moments ago. It's probably like half a year ago. Completely different rosters for both sides, and it looks like one team's coaching adjustments is a little bit more effective. I don't know what else to really chalk it up to. It's not an effort. Both teams are giving it their all out there, and it's very clear to see the sweat on their brow, and you can see how hard they're trying. They're giving it their all. There's no reason to not give it your all. If you're not giving it your all, then it's just sad. Service up and over by Haley, controlled by Toth. Elisa getting that one to the back line. Monica, they're slapping out one over with a bucket of fries, and is indeed out of bounds. Patriots now at 8, Panthers at 23. Haley Vo there, sending that one up and over on her knee. Martha able to find Elisa, throws that one near side. Cassandra there with a tip up and across diving play. But I believe that was a Hannah Vaughn, not able to get underneath it in time. And we're looking at a Panther match point. Juliana Toth service up and over, goes off the hands of Haley Vo, and that will be the end of game number 1. 25 for the Panthers, 8 for the BBCA Patriots. We'll take a 3-minute intermission. I don't know what to do. Do I just stand here? Do we just kind of like stare awkwardly at each other like two 14-year-olds on their first date? I don't know. I've never been on a date before. I just want somewhere to set my camera down. This is getting very hot because it's been on nonstop since the start of the stream. It never does that because I'll normally switch to camera 2 and then turn this one off. Is that a good angle? That looks like a good angle. There we go. I spent a very long time trying to find some sort of facet that I could make this look somewhat professional. And I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm going to be honest. Like this new setup with all these graphics and all these statistics, it's a little bit too much for me to handle on my own. I'm not going to lie. I will have to redo the audio, the intermission song, because I'm using like a different program, a different setup for that. So I'll figure it out given a week or so. This is why I'm doing this now, so I can have it ready in time for the tournament, where hopefully it's nothing but strict professionalism, and maybe I'll have a few guest speakers. I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be me up here for 10 hours talking to myself. I hope it's not the latter. Just another Panthers tradition. I don't know when the football game is going to be up. If you're part of the Panther crowd, I don't know when it'll be up. If it'll be up this week, I'll have to look at what hand I'm dealt, and we'll see what poker game we can play with the cards we're given. That meaning, I don't know what the recording is going to be like and how much editing is going to need to be done. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Stringing words together is very hard. It's like... Because in my head, I have 3 sentences that I'd like to say. Because that's how fast my brain works. I might have ADHD. I'm not entirely sure. But I have to slow down, like, the speed that I talk, or else it's just going to be... I'm going to sound like XQC. And for those of you outside of the gaming community that don't know who XQC is, he talks fast. That's 90% of who he is. But that aside, let's play some volleyball. Toth there with the service, gets that one up and over, controlled by Tsai, able to find its way forward. Vaughn losing the tipping battle with the net. Elisa Armor, they're just there for emotional support for the netting, making sure it's A-okay, and that it feels all right. Toth there with the service from the back line. Alyssa getting a hand on that one. By a hand, I mean shoulder. That's completed by Haley. Katrina Elisa finding his way to Monica, able to send that one up and over. From the back line, Montana, Hannah over to Haley. Not quite able to get that one past the netting. I think I forgot to move the camera, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm sorry if I didn't. Juliana Toth sending this one up and over, kept alive from the back line. Ella able to find Hannah, that'll be dumped off. Monica able to get a hand on that one. Elisa's back sending that one over to Cassandra. That'll be sent over to empty and nothing but free real estate. Panthers now picking up point number 3. Juliana Toth, the main server of the Panthers, kept alive by Alyssa. Hannah gets that one near side, slapped across by Indy. A little bit too much mustard on that one, and the Panthers will not accept it. Juliana Toth sending this one up and over, kept alive from the back line. Tried, able to find Ella. Throws this one front side. Vaughn, they're able to throw that one across. And I think Martha able to find its way into the hands of Elisa. That'll backside over to Cassandra. Slaps that one with the backside of her hand. Haley with a diving play, kept alive by Montana. Thrown up towards the netting, but no one there for that third touch. And that will be a Panther point. This game seeming to rhyme as far as point progression goes with the first game. Service by Juliana clears the netting. Vaughn getting a hand on that one. No contact made from the ceiling, and it looks like that catches Montana off guard. Juliana Toth throws this one up and over, goes off of Alyssa. Getting a hand on that one, India. From the back line, Ella with the over the shoulder. Not enough power behind that one. Panthers now at 7. Juliana Toth throwing this one up and over, kept alive from the back line. Alyssa Hannah able to find his way into the middle with a slap up and across. It's a candy cane. I believe the attacker was Haley, number 2, on the Patriots side. Panthers now up 8-0. Service by Juliana clears the netting from the back line. Trout getting a hit on that one. Vaughn able to throw that one into the middle, and the over the shoulder comes from Haley. That'll clear the netting. Martha with the first. Elisa dumping that one off, catches them off guard. Alyssa getting underneath that one, but Hannah not able to do much with that hand she was dealt. Substitution will be called, I believe. Is that Alyssa Clay, number 22, coming onto the court in spot of number 2, Haley Vo. Katrina getting a hand on that one, finding Elisa, throws that one far side. Cassandra with a slap. Goes off the hand of Ella. I think she was going to let that one go, but here we are. 10-0, Panthers leading. Juliana continuing the service streak from the beginning of the game. Juliana snaps that one up and across, out of bounds, and so will be the end. And ringing true is the caster's curse. Once you bring something up, it will either be ruined or destroyed. Surface by Indy, getting that one up and over. Katrina with the receiving touch. Elisa able to throw that one near side where Monica will receive and send that one up and over. Not able to control the heat off of that sub. was Ella Lear. Cassandra to serve the 10-point difference. Snaps this one up and over, no problem. Ella with the receiving touch. Secondary, Montana diving for it, but nonetheless unreturned. Number 14, Jordan. I'm not going to butcher your last name. Jordan's coming onto the court to play the back middle in spot of Ella Lear, trying to defend the service by Cassandra Eisler. Sent up and over from the back line. Number 12, not quite able to get that one forward. India having a little bit of trouble with that one. We'll try again. 13 Panthers, 1 for the Patriots here in game 2. Panthers leading the series 1-0. Cassandra there with that service, gets that one up and over, goes off the hand of Jordan. I think it skimmed off of Hannah's forehead. I'm not entirely sure. You might have to go back and look at that. But the Panthers gain another tally onto the bonfire. That is their score. Cassandra there slapping that one up and across off the shoulder of India into the hand of Jordan. Back sets that one over to Alyssa Clay. Not clear the netting. Monica getting that one over to Martha, with the middleman being Elisa. Alyssa getting a hand on that one. Gets that one over to Vo. That'll clear the netting. Elisa over to Martha. Slaps this one across. Out of bounds by a fair amount. No. A push wrong button. Make bad happen. 14-2. Sub will be made once again. Alyssa Clay going onto the bench. And coming out to play the serve is Haley Voss. Voss. It's Haley. Haley with the service, diving play by Toth on her knee, getting that one to Elisa. Back sets over to Monica. Sends that one to the back line. Haley receiving that one, able to find its way into the hands of Montana. And then Haley there dumping that one past the block of Elisa Armour. And they will claim their third tally of game 2. Service by Haley, getting this one up and over from the back line. Katrina able to find its way to Elisa. Throws this one near side where Martha will finish that one off. Hannah thought she was just throwing it back to the Panthers side, but Elisa saw the opportunity and snagged it. Panthers 15, Patriots at 3. Ellie Hendricks comes on, and Katrina's spot on the front line to be the setter. Is that Jake? Football game must be over. Maybe? I don't know. Underhander from Elisa, able to find Alyssa. Montana back to Alyssa to finish that one off. Monica Hendricks over to Martha. Nice save by India. Finds Hannah. Hannah flubs that one a little bit. And the third touch will not be made. I gotta get back in the game zone. I let my head, float for a second. Armour with a nice service. Haley trying to find the setter, but I don't think Jordan was quite comfortable receiving that pass. Elisa with another one, able to send this one up over. Almost out of bounds, but it was going to land in. A good defensive play by number 12, India Swender. Hendricks to the back line. Cassandra there sending that one up and over. Jordan getting the first touch, Hannah with the secondary. And the far side attack comes from Alyssa. Inbounds is the call from Madison Lott. And so the Patriots pick up point number 4. Hannah Vaughn here with the service. Nice overhanded service from the back line. Toth able to find its way to Martha. Throws that one far side to Monica. Kept alive from the back line. Jordan here with the secondary. And the finalization by Alyssa throws that to the back line of the Panthers. Toth with the first. Ellie with a secondary. And the finalization just out of bounds by Martha DePew. And I think the football game's over. An influx of people have filled the gymnasium. Substitution will be called. Jordan's going to take a seat on the bench. Ella Lear taking her spot on the court on the front line. Panthers up 17-5. Toth able to get that one forward. That carry not called by Hendricks. Her dad showing favoritism, perhaps. No, I'm just joking. Elise able to throw that one forward. Ellie able to find that one to Monica with a nice skip across the lake, and she'll claim point number 18. Panthers looking to close out game 2 the same they did game 1. I think game 1 went down 25-8. So we'll see what happens here shortly. Monica Depew here, sporting number 11 of the Panthers, royal blue, serving this one up and over, getting a hand on that one from the back line. India able to find its way to Alyssa, throws that one far side. Ella with a nice slapper up and across. Cassandra diving play, gets that one into the netting. Ellie with the save, and Toth there to finish that one off. From the back line, Haley able to find Ella, able to throw that one far side. Alyssa with the over the... Well, it was a bit of a sidearm, but not able to keep that one in bounds. Panthers, I pushed the wrong button again, didn't I? I'm sorry, the score was off. Panthers now at 19, Patriots at 5. Service up and over by Monica Depew from the back line. It looks like India able to find its way to Alyssa, then over to Ella Lear. Slaps this one up and over, let go, out of bounds. Panthers now at 20. Something smells really good. I think it might be funnel cake. I'm not entirely sure. I just want food. Service by Monica Depew, able to send this one up and over. It looks like Haley with the first, Montana with the secondary, and the finalization by Alyssa to the back line. Cassandra ready for that one. Juliana throws that one across the crease, and the over-the-shoulder from Martha is completed. Ella throws this one near side. Montana with the slap up and across. Cassandra with the receiving touch, finding Ellie, throws this one near side. Juliana just not able to get enough spiral on that one to tip that one up and across, and the Patriots now at 6. Montana Trout here sending this one up, and overdiving play by Elisa, not able to clear the netting, and a bit of a too much of an awkward situation for Ellie to recover from. We have a 20-7 game. Let me get that orange thing out of the screen. There we go. That looks pretty. Service up and over by Montana, kept alive by Martha, able to find its way to Ellie, throws this one near side. Juliana throwing this one up and over, kept alive. Secondary by Alyssa, and Ella not quite able to grab a hold of that one back into the frame. It was an impossible angle from the beginning because that was the third touch. Martha Depew with the line drive up and over. Hannah Vaughn getting a hand on that one. Haley calling off India and not able to do much with that one. Panthers now at 22. Patriots at 7. Slap comes over by Martha with a lot of speed on that one. Controlled by diving play by Hannah. Finalization by India. And the fourth touch will make the completion, but you're only allowed 3 in this game. Panthers 2 points away from closing out the second game of the series. They lead 1-0. Ella throws this one near side for her sister. Alyssa not quite able to get enough oomph behind that one. And so it is a Panthers match point, 24-7. Service by Martha Depew goes off the hands of Trout, and that will land out of bounds. You get a nice view at the lift, and that will be the end of game number 2, 25-7. And so, we'll go to like a 3-minute intermission or whatever. It'll be the same as the last one. I don't have a secondary camera angle to go with. So, for some reason that didn't work. All right, Panthers leading the series 2-0. Go grab some popcorn. We're in for a game 3. Because every game goes to 3, at least. Yeah. Both teams ready to rock and roll once again. Patriots going to start us off with the service as they're the visiting team, and the coin toss said so. Service by India, able to get that one up and over. Martha from the back line, able to find Monica, able to send this one up and over from the back line. India able to find his way to Vaughn. Throws this one near side where Haley will finish off that play. Looks like Julian able to throw that one to Katrina. Back across. One-handed attempt by Armour is effective. Haley with that secondary, and the finalization by Ella Lear from the back line. Martha from the back line able to find Katrina on the front. Throws this one near side. Julian on top with a slap up and across. Kept alive by Vaughn. Able to find his way into the hands of, I believe that was Haley. The finalization by Vaughn. Not able to finish that off in 3, and that will be the 4th touch. Panthers picking up the first point of the match. Hard fought for, but yet well earned. Juliana Toth here with the service from the back line, throwing this one up and over. Kept alive by Ella. Hannah able to throw that one over far side and slapped it up and across by Montana. Juliana able to find Katrina. Throws this one into the middle where the Armour will take her spot and will go off the defense and into the deep end. Panthers now up 2-0 here early in Game 3. The Panthers leading the series 2-0. Panthers win this game. They'll take home the pride and joy of taking the 3-game sweep into their pocket and throwing it up and take this one home. We'll go into a Game 4. And we'll see what happens then. If not, well, we're still in Chapter 3 here this evening. I think that was in bounds. Cassandra Eisler with a beautiful attempt and a beautiful spot on that ball. Juliana Toth throwing this one up and over. Ella able to find this one forward. Devon, and the slap comes up and across by Trek. Goes off Juliana. Looks like Monica with that secondary, and the finalization tipped up and across by Armour. I think she might have just missed that one. Vaughn throwing that one to the Panthers side. Martha able to get that one to Katrina, and then the near side set comes up and over. Ella Lear not quite able to control the slap up and across by Monica Depew, and that will be a Panther point, making their total sum to 5. Juliana Toth with the service. If I had a nickel every time I said that, I could probably buy a house at this point. Katrina there throwing that one far side. Cassandra with the attack, kept alive by India, throwing to the Panther side. Cassandra there with a dump off, and she'll score. Panthers now up 6-0. Juliana Toth here with the service, throwing this one up and over, kept alive from the back line. Alyssa throwing that one back to the Panthers paint, but just missing it, and that will be Panthers' 7th tally of Game 3. Juliana Toth serving this one straight down the middle, kept alive by Lear from the back line. Hannah Vaughn able to throw this one near side, slapped up but not over. Hannah Vo not quite ready to put them to I can't come up with an analogy, I'm sorry. Toth service goes off of Vo and out of bounds. Vaughn, Vo. There's too many similarities. It just gets confusing sometimes. A lot of M names out there. Anyway, Juliana Toth here serving this one up and over, goes off the hand of Ella Lear and out of bounds. Panthers now at 10. Juliana Toth serving this one up and over. Lear returning that one. Monica getting a hand on that one. Katrina there sending that one near side. Monica Depew with a slap up and across. Diving play by Montana. Throws out back to the Panther side. Monica returning the favor. Vaughn with the first touch. Finalization by Alyssa. They'll leave it go. Toth with the set over to Katrina and then to Armour. Slaps this one down across and it will be inbounds. Panthers now at 11. Patriots looking to crack the goose egg. Juliana Toth with a jump serve, perhaps? Sends this one up and soaring. Ella Lear with the return. Monica able to throw this one into the middle. Katrina with the backside over to Cassandra. Slaps this one over. Kept alive by Haley, but not able to send that one upward. Panthers now at 12. Juliana Toth with another one, perhaps. No. I hit the record button. I forgot I don't have a memory card in there. Hannah Vaughn able to get that one to the near side where Haley will finish it off. Katrina with a dump catches Haley snoozing. Everything coming up Panthers right now. Substitution, my bad. Alyssa Clay coming on, sporting number 22. Will take the spot of Haley Vo, number 2. 13-0, the score. Panthers leading. Juliana top of the service. Not quite able to control that one from the back line, India Schwender, and the Panthers up 14-0. Service by Juliana from the back line. Lear plays a little bit of pinball, it looks like, between Montana and Alyssa. Another substitution. It looks like Jordan's going to come on to play the back line, perhaps, in place of Ella Lear. Panthers now at a 15-0 leading score. Juliana getting tired of the jump services, just serves this one over normally, goes off of play, and a little bit of a miscommunication between Jordan and India will result in a Panthers point. Juliana Toth sending this one up and over, getting a hand on that one. Alyssa able to find his way to Jordan, throws this one up and across. Kept alive by Monica. Katrina back over to Monica in a tough situation. Punches that one right over with her left hand. Vaughn able to get that one over to Clay, throws this one over with the right. Katrina back sending over to Cassandra, slaps this one down, and she'll score off the tip. Does the footage look grainy to you guys? No? I don't know. It looks all right. It's just through the LCD screen of the camera. It's starting to get a little staticky. Juliana decides, I want to say that was a mercy roll. Juliana, I think she's the strongest server in the league, honestly. She's the only one of the, other than Martha, she's the only one that one of our opponents has had an issue returning. India here with a service, sending this one up and over. Giuliani getting a hand on that one. Katrina able to find his way over to Elisa, which will find nothing but free real estate past the hands of Vaughn. And so we have an 18-1 game on our hands. Cassandra Eisler here to serve this one up. Gets this one up and over. Goes off the hands of Jordan. And out of bounds off of, I believe that was Haley. Panthers up 19-1. Cassandra there with the underhanded service, able to get this one up and over. India getting that one to Hannah, then to Montana. That'll send this one up and across. Monica able to find Katrina over to Monica once again on the near side. Slaps this one up and over it goes. As the kids say, spike go burr. Panthers up 20-1. How'd the game go?
I was ref.
You're the ref? Interesting. Annavo throwing this one into the middle. Slap comes up, but not over. Elisa Armour with this just straight up denial. It looks like the wall that Trump's building out there. We thought it was going down to Mexico. No, it's just right there wearing number 3. Cassandra service a little out of bounds, and that will be the Patriots' second point. Substitution will be called for the girls in the navy blue. Perhaps it's a dark purple. I'm not entirely sure. Ella Lear coming back out to play the front line in spot of number 14, Jordan. Service making this one up and over by Hannah. Goes off Cassandra and out of bounds. Patriots having a little bit of a spark, gaining their third point of game 3. Hannah Vaughn sending this one up and over from the back line. Cassandra with a diving play. Ella Lear getting that one near side. Montana Trout gets a spike down, and the crowd erupts. They're still trying to figure out what part of the Atlantic the ball fell in. And Yvonne here with the service up and over. Diving play by Cassandra, returns it back to the Patriot paint. Diving play by Trout, clears the netting. Oh my goodness. Monica finding Katrina, throws that one far side. Slap comes over by Martha, and she'll score. Shoot me in the foot and call me lucky. We have a 4-22 game on our hands. If nothing else, this ending of this game has been the most exciting thing I've ever seen since sliced bread. Elisa throwing that one near side to Monica from the back line. Vaughn able to find Ella, and then cleared over the netting by Trout. Ella getting that one. Diving play by Trout to the Panther side. Katrina returns the favor. Monica able to find its way over to Elisa. Throws that one far side. Slap comes down by Martha, but kept alive by, I believe that was Haley in the back line. Martha throwing that one into the middle. Armour able to find Katrina. Slaps it into the netting. And the Patriots pick up point number 5. Number 13, Montana Trout here with the service. Service not quite able to make that one over the netting, and the Panthers pick up tally number 23. Whoops. I shouldn't put those buttons so close together. 23-5, Panthers leading. Monica service up and over, kept alive by Vaughn, able to find its way into the hands of Ella. Throws that one far side, slapped up and across by India, kept alive by Todd into the back line. Monica there with the over the shoulder, completes the play. Alyssa able to find Ella, back over to Alyssa. Bumps that one over top. Cassandra with the play from the back, finds Elisa, throws this one near side. Juliana with the spike, comes up and across, just out of bounds. And so the Patriots have a spark here late in game 3. It's not exactly that late. We've only had about 30 services. 29 if you want to be specific. Alyssa Clay coming on to play the front line in place of number 2, Haley Vo. And we have a service by number 16, Alyssa Lear. Slapped up and across, kept alive. Not kept alive, I lied. Patriot service unreturned. 7th point of the match goes to the Patriots. Alyssa getting into the zone. Service up and over. Kept alive by Martha, able to find Elisa. Throws this one to the middle. Slap comes across by Katrina. Kept alive by Vaughn. Ella to Alyssa Clay, and that one will be sent out of bounds. Panthers now looking at match point 24-7. One more point wins the game. Martha with the serve, out of bounds. Perhaps a mercy rule. Maybe not. Maybe that was accidental. I'm not entirely sure. Ella's service up and over. Diving play by Katrina. Finds Elisa. Throws this one backside to Cassandra. Bumps this one up and across the netting. Vaughn able to get a hand on that one. Thrown back over to Vaughn from India, and that'll clear the netting. Katrina with a dump off, able to get that one across, and that will be the end of game 3. Katrina's just relentless. And so we have a 25-8 game. We're going to end game 3 the same as we ended game number 1, and that will be the end of the series. I don't have a text to put up for that. But the Panthers take game 3, 25-8, and take the series 3-0. So, yeah, that's going to do it. I don't know what else. I don't really have anything else to say. So, yeah. Here. Speak into the mic. It's not that long before you guys step closer.
I don't like this. So I was ref, okay?
Yeah.
Noah, 1 foot in. It took me a minute to realize, what's the rule again now? And I'm like, okay, 1 foot in, that must be a touchdown. So I was like Wes McCauley over here. Okay, I was staring at it. I looked at Noah that was laying behind me. I looked at it again. And I was like, I put my hands up. I moved them down. I put them right back up. That was my only call.
So what was the scenario? He was like going into the end zone and he had his foot in.
Yeah.
All right.
1 foot. Caught it, jumped, caught it, 1 foot in, then just tumbled out.
Oh, so it wasn't like he was breaking the plane with the ball.
No.
All right. That makes more sense. So who ended up winning?
Slippery Rock, 62, 30 some or 40 some. I can't remember.
So there was absolutely zero defense.
Yeah.
So did anyone record it?
Jake, and then sometime I had a couple good moments where I had the ref cam. I was holding the GoPro for a good solid quarter.
So I forgot to tell you that I had an extra battery for that.
Yeah, I looked at it. It's also.
Yeah, I know, but I had the charging bank, the portable charger. I meant to text you to tell you to grab it and take it.
Yeah, see?
But yeah. So yeah, that's.
Oh, look, right here.
We'll see how fast I can edit that and see what the footage actually looks like. But yeah, until next time, thank you for tuning in to Slippery Rock Sports Network. I'm Gabriel Eisler.
I'm Caleb.
Joining me for the end interview. Yeah. Party on, Wayne.
I gotta put that.